Okay, I'm recording. I'm recording. Clap sync, baby.
1, 2.
You did 2 claps? Why are you doing 2 claps, huh?
Redundancy.
Redundancy.
Yeah, why not?
What the fuck's 2 claps got to do with being redundant?
I don't know.
Speaking of redundant, welcome to Offbeat, episode
Strong
6.
start.
I'm here with Lawson Cross, Instagram photographer, only on Instagram apparently, because my words escape me. But
YouTuber now technically.
Yeah, YouTuber and
God.
music video maker.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do a lot actually.
Yeah.
This is technically the second most famous person I know. We've established off camera.
Jason Morris #1.
Jason Morris #1.
And bigger muscles.
Like significantly.
Yeah. He's two of us combined.
No offense.
Of course.
But yeah, he's a lot bigger than both of us. And I consider us pretty strong dudes.
We get around. We could take a small army of like 10-year-olds maybe.
I reckon we could. I reckon there's like groups of Eshays that have walked past us when we've been taking photos, and like a thought has like come
shaking in their TNs.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And like a thought has come into my brain where I'm like, you know what? We could probably win.
We could easy.
I think we're
Yeah, we're close enough.
close enough. So what is this song? Holy shit.
What?
This is already crazy.
It goes hard.
Yeah, he goes, fuck, and here I was going to play an XXXTentacion type beat.
Not hard enough. So this is his name, it looks like Boulevard, and I thought his name was Boulevard for the longest time. His name's Bad Lad. The A is just upside down as V's. He's a young Brit, yeah. He's from the UK.
Yep.
And one of my favourite artists in the past like year or two.
Yeah.
I don't know why. He just has really, really aggressive music, and I really fuck with the visual style. He's collabed with like Lil Darky and stuff too, and this like really good musician.
Dang. I can feel the hate in this.
He's most likely he probably lives in his like mum's bedroom, and he's quite respectful, yeah. But I imagine he's quite the nice lad, but he's got a lot of hate in his heart. But he do sound hard though.
We'll search him up. How do I spell it? Am I close?
BVDLVD.
There it is. All right. Let's get out. Renounce Bad Lad. Well, you did say that. Is slashing and burning through existing genres to creating. I feel like he wrote this.
Yeah.
I will. It's his website.
I will say that though. It was very hard to like pin him as an artist when I first started listening to him, and like I was trying to recommend him to some friends, and I said, it's trap metal, or like it's trap thrasher. It's a very like eclectic genre mix where it's like it's definitely trap and rap, but it's also like a strong mix of like metal and thrasher, or like
I guess
just aggressive like rock.
Yeah, wait, because he yells like metal.
Yeah,
but in a
it's like screamo trap
fashion.
Yeah, it's very hard to pin as a genre, but it's like just rap with a lot of madness.
I feel like this is where XXXTentacion kind of got to.
Yeah,
with like I don't know if you heard like his weird Christmas album.
I skipped over it. I remember like
it's worth skipping over. Not really worth listening to.
Not quite Jocelyn Flores.
No, I mean Jocelyn Floyd. I like all his older shit, but I guess that is an old song now I think about it. But yeah, that was your song. I thought that was pretty cool. This is "Piss on Your Grave" by Travis Scott. You got mad. I'll pause. I'll start it again. You tell me when to play.
Dude, another NordVPN. Imagine that.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we're sponsored by NordVPN, or we should be. Okay, I'm playing now.
Yeah,
we're good. Yeah. I found this song. It's because you chose Travis Scott. So this is the only Travis Scott I currently have saved. Not to say that I haven't liked Travis Scott in the past, because
he's a very like in and out of your playlist sort of artist. Like he's everyone's like biggest guy, I'd say.
Literally,
but like, it's not like he sticks around for long. Everyone just vibes it when he releases something. It's like, okay, I'm done playing with this now.
Do you also think it's fucking funny that like he's like one of the probably like the richest people in the world, and when he put up his brown Batman costume, people bullied him into deleting social media.
He's like a 10-year-old. He's like, oh, I can't handle the hate.
Dude, what?
But it was funny though.
No offense, but like what a sook. Actually, not no offense. Offense. like what? You're like one of the richest people in the world. You can't.
He could have hired a better tailor. Like costume kind of goofy, but it could have been better.
Bad. He just looks stupid in it. Like
it's just it was I think the front on a flash was what gave it away. If it was like an actual studio shoot, it would have been cool. But bro,
he's got
it's the cursed image.
Lights and shit on it.
I think that's why it looks so fucking awful. It's because someone took that off an iPhone and it's like a flash photo and it's just like, oh yeah, bro, this will look so hard. Just pose like this.
It's. Oh, he did a second pose. Oh wait, no, someone just shrunk
it's the flash.
image. Yeah, literally. Because like I feel like that costume, a lot of work went into that.
Yeah, I'll say this: if it was in a studio with like proper like backlit and like side lighting, it would look really cool, and people would be like, "Yo, Travi kind of lit though."
Yeah.
But
well, you know
the cursed image of that just not it.
It's almost like they almost tried to get like backlighting.
Yeah.
Because we're saying it's an iPhone, but like if we look at the dynamic range here,
yeah, true.
We have like a heavy duty like headlight. We have the sky.
Like he wanted to show off the abs in the costume, surely.
You're a man who makes music videos.
I am.
For rappers. Do you want to talk a little bit about what that's like?
Of course.
As vague as that might be.
Where shall I start?
I guess your first ever rap music video was
shit.
No, I feel like the video was pretty good from what I remember seeing.
Right.
But I feel like it was the events that took place. If you
that
you
first
can't.
one? Okay, I was thinking of the other first one. Okay, yeah, this is... Oh, hang on, pause
This is
that.
FERRARI. Okay.
Yeah, so song right now is playing is... Hang on, let me skip this Toyota ad or whatever the fuck it is. Oh, I'm playing. Go. It is FERRARI by Ellis Gas. I recommend... Like, you're obviously hearing it now. This is also another, like, genre-bending thing I found. It's kind of like hyper-pop and rap. And then it switches to, like, hard bass halfway through. It was like, you know, Russian hard bass.
Yeah. I haven't heard Ellis
Your ears
Gas.
are probably going to bleed. It's probably going to hurt, let's be real.
Oh. Okay. This kind of reminds me of... Have you... This is very, like, kind of anime.
Yeah, no, this is your average Nightcore enjoyer. And I'm the average Nightcore fan. I'm the Chisel Chad Nightcore fan here. I've ascended. I'm onto, you know, hyper pop, Drain Gang.
You're on the Drain Gang.
Yeah, Drain Gang, bro. Let's go.
We played some Jake Scott, who at this current moment is in an unreleased episode, but by the time you guys see this episode,
he's a drainer for life. You can tell.
Yeah, he's a Drain Ganger. He played some Drain Gang. He liked it. Also, is Alice Gas transgender?
I'd imagine so.
Because that.
This is the only song I've heard of theirs.
Face-wise, I'm not getting an Alice vibe. Hair and clothes-wise, I'm getting...
No, that's your average anime enjoyer.
True, actually.
You can't tell.
Kinda.
We stand a good anime listener.
But we were talking about your music videos.
Oh, yes.
Oh, before that, this actually reminds me of Sewer Slut. Have you heard Sewer Slut before?
By...
That's
who?
No, that's the artist.
No.
Okay, well, it's kind of weird, but we're not going to play it, obviously, but I'm trying to figure out how it's spelled. Anyway, doesn't matter. But you made a music video.
I
We
did.
probably can't talk about the sketchier side,
Yeah.
but you did say it was, like, different.
Some illegal things happened, perchance. Well, maybe not. I wouldn't implicate myself. Surely not. But typically for music videos, you start out with some hoodlum activities, one might say. But that's illegal. Can't
hella anime. There's boobs.
There's
Off.
boobs.
I gotta get off.
Gotta get off.
Right, I'm just gonna keep that tab there.
So music videos. I started out with the first one was like a free one for a friend, and
Who was that, by the way?
was co-director's friend from high school. So it was Jack.
Okay.
And he got me on that, and you good?
Oh, yeah. I just like to look at the time every now and make sure we're still.
So yeah, I started off doing like a free music video, just as like I was in uni at the time. I think it was like second year at uni. I do film as well, by the way. And mate Jack that I had a production company with at the time was like, oh, I have a mate that wants to do a music video. Do you want to come do it? It's just like for free. I'm like, sure. I'd love to like broaden my horizons. And then started out doing that. Very shit first video, but that led into finding another group of artists that I've been working with now for like 2 years, and you know that's like they're mostly like the biggest source of my income at the moment is working with them, because it's such like they're signed with Sony, so it's a pretty consistent high budget music video like every few like weeks to a month or whatever. And I just got off the back of doing 5 in a row this month.
Oh my god!
Just for them, so quite a lot of videos.
Are you low-key sick of them? They won't.
No, I love it.
Okay.
It's awesome. No, fuck, I got an ad.
Yeah, I got an ad as well.
I got the chicken ad.
I'll pause. You pause. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is
What's this?
$100,000 Ender Benz by K.A.A.N. K.A.A.N goes nuts.
You playing?
Yeah, I'm playing. Sorry.
I'm 4 seconds in.
You're 4 seconds in. I'm
Close enough.
yeah. This guy, I found him through a song called "Bout It,"
Yeah.
ages ago when I was like angry at the world, and it literally he raps like a million miles an hour. That song basically just saying like how he just hates everything. Like he's just like furious in it. Since then, I've listened to his other music. That must have just been a phase. He makes happy music. Thank
Mum,
God.
I swear it's not a phase. I really hate my life. I swear.
really do just hate humanity.
Oh God. I'm experiencing a
Getting
Joker moment myself.
You're experiencing a Joker moment?
Of course. all time.
I feel like
I'm drain ganging. I'm jokering. Pogging. I can't be stopped.
I feel like you'd know better than anyone that I've had a few Joker moments where I'm just like, I hate, like society. Like, I want to, like, I'm just like, I hate everything right now. I don't want to, like, I suppose I can't really get into the details of any of it. So I may as well not brought it up. But, so, now that I'm listening to it, this song doesn't go as hard as I remember.
Sadly, not as hard as Ellis Gas or Bad Lad at the moment.
Ellis Gas? Yeah, true. Yeah, Bad Lad was...
Bad Lad's like, he's going to be your new favourite.
Yeah.
Calling that now.
But you were talking about music videos, and you were saying that's like the, fully source of your income just about. Mostly, yeah. So the huge thing, I think, for like other filmmakers, because like as he said, you've just graduated film.
Yeah.
And I'm in my final year. I'm still like fighting to like monetize myself. Like I'm not fully self-sustained yet. Like,
so OnlyFans, LUGA content, nah.
Dude, fun fact, I almost made an OnlyFans. This is a true story. I was like, no, for feet.
Yo.
Because like I don't find feet uncomfortable at all. And I was like, what? I could probably sell feet pics.
Go off.
Like,
the market's there, baby. Let's go.
I feel like I genuinely feel like I have nice feet, and like.
I can confirm.
They're a bit hairy right now, but I'd shave it. But like, even like my hairy is like not hairy compared to like
some real gorilla feet.
Most people, yeah, and gorilla feet. Them King Kong feet.
Yeah. They're them big bucks though.
But back to music video. Lawson is fully self-sustained. I just think that's like that's really hard to achieve. So like, well done, I guess.
Thank you.
Like that was whenabouts did you properly become self-sustained?
Well, I just finished film school and like obviously don't get benefits for going to uni anymore. So as of graduating, I'd say yeah. And self-sustained's a relative term. Like I've got enough money to not like I could literally not work for 12 months and just like not spend money like a dickhead and I would be fine.
Yeah, so you're not self-sustained. You're actually just straight up saving.
Yeah, so it's like I get money obviously from videos and stuff, but it's like it's all relative. Like when you're in freelance, there's no like you've made it, you're successful. It's like feast and famine. So like yeah, so we listened to Woodlawn Park by AMINE. I think that's how you pronounce it. I always fuck his name up.
Yeah,
Limbo is a great album. If you haven't listened to Limbo, his recent album, absolute banger. Absolute vibes.
Was this in the album with Fetus?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that song. Just I have not played a single song of Injury Reserve on this podcast.
Yeah.
That's gonna change when now your friend and a guy that I'm gonna bring on the show, and we'll hopefully Regulate Man.
Oh yes. We won't name names.
We won't name names.
Big star. Ashwin, yes.
Ashwin
Stewie Khan.
Stewie Khan. I do have to talk about him, whether he wants to use his real name. But basically, that's what when I'm going to play Injury Reserve. I'm going to play a lot of Injury Reserve in that. But
Ashwin would love that.
But yeah, the AMINE has a song with Injury Reserve.
Yeah.
Fetus. It's pretty
also,
good.
Jailbreak the Tesla.
What's that?
I think he did one Jailbreak the Tesla with Injury Reserve as well a while ago.
Damn.
Another banger.
I should look into that.
Yeah.
So
anyway, music videos.
Your music videos. I'm just gonna look up Dow, see if he pops up. Dang, he popped up.
I think I pop up too if you search my name.
Really?
Yeah. At least my portfolio does.
You wish, bro.
Dude, no, I swear, bro. I'm famous, bro.
But music videos.
Do I swear?
You were saying about music videos.
Yeah. So when it comes to like filmmaking, it's really hard to like self-describe yourself as like successful. Obviously, if you're making like fucking racks, it's pretty hard to say, oh yeah, I'm unself-sustained. But when you're
that ain't you.
Nah.
But
I think when you just
this is
Google me,
your Instagram came
yeah,
up.
my Instagram comes up.
Your portfolio.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one all that matters. The one that fucking gets motherfuckers hire me.
Mm.
Yeah, it's all relative. Like, I wouldn't say like I'm self-sustained just off of my work, because like at the moment I can't really tell that until like a year goes by, and if I'm broke or not, and then we can really tell. But at the moment, I'm not dying, and I'm doing well, making like first month of 2021, I should roughly make like 8K just off of music videos, like because I did 5 in the first month,
which is pretty unreal.
Yeah, that's great. Like, but that's the thing. People think that's like, oh, let's just extrapolate that, and I got fucking chicken ad from Domino's.
Oh, whoops. I'm actually, mine's playing, sorry. I'm 6 seconds in, so you just say the word. Well, you were saying like 8K.
Yeah.
Funny thing about that, so I'm actually like well and truly like scraping like change together because I want to buy the new Sony A60. No, because apparently that's more photography oriented.
Yeah.
Apparently the new Alpha series, like, what is the newest?
The 6400, 6600.
Nah, the one
A7.
A7. Yeah.
A7S3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently that's like the king of the hill right now.
Yeah.
And
well, I think the A1 might have it beat the new one. Very.
Yeah. Well,
very
definitely.
crazy.
I've been told it's like they reckon it's like the perfect camera, but everyone keeps saying
I'm skeptical. I think it might overheat and blow up like the Canon one.
Dude,
but
it looks that way. It
seems like it's going to cannibalize a lot of the Sony's, market share of like the A7S3, the A7R, and the A7
do you think
IX.
the prices will drop on those?
I'm positive. If the A1 comes out and it looks good for the company, like on shares, and also sells well, like pre-orders, and doesn't blow up in people's hands, it's called the A1 because the marketing reason was it's A1, it's the one. So every other camera becomes defunct. So I don't know why they're doing it. It kind of cannibalizes the market, but at the same time, they could probably sell a lot of cameras that way, because if the A1 comes out and it's great, every other camera, like the A7S3, which is amazing, is probably going to drop by a couple $100, which is great for us because then we can get cheaper cameras that are better.
No, well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I probably should have thought about that.
I'd say wait for a bit because it might go down.
Well, I can't afford it. Like, full stop.
Dude, just sell feet photos.
Also, this is Hello God by DUCKWRTH, which it takes 2 minutes for this song to finally
Bro,
which is about where I'm
get
up to.
Oh yeah, it's getting there. It's really edging me with this one.
Hey, what's that?
It's edging me.
Yeah, he does do a bit of edging. Because it builds up and then it slows down and then it slowly builds up again.
You want that?
And then all of a sudden he starts going quicker and then the beat starts going quicker and then it kind of
just cuts off and it's disappointing. Just like sex, or
kinda.
Okay.
Nah, I feel like it gets there. If you I don't know where you're up to, but I'm up to the part where it's starts bopping.
Yeah, I'm a bit of boom bap.
Did he say, "I feeling bougie, all I think about is coochie"? Have you heard that line yet?
Maybe. I haven't really been paying too much attention.
That's right.
I'm a simple man.
But yeah, well, but either way, if I could earn 8K in a month, I would have the camera I want.
Yeah.
Which would be unreal.
The unfortunate thing though about that is that when you get into filmmaking, a lot of your big life purchases revolve around gear. So if I got 8K, they'll be like, oh, damn, just do that 3 more times and I could have a down payment on a house. And I'm 21, so it's damn, I could have a house before I'm 25. But unfortunately, I'm might buy a car, and then I might buy a camera, and I might buy an expensive tripod, then I might get another light. And it's all this just shifting the goalposts of what's really gonna, it's more like in an RPG, if you're investing into your own stats opposed to saving up for the big one-off ticket item at the end game, you're just re-rolling your stats constantly. So it's if I invest in the gear again, I can make more money quicker, so I can get what I want instantaneously down the road. It's kind of a lie. You're just gonna be spending money your whole life.
Literally, I feel that. The more stuff I get, the more I realize I need more.
Yeah, it's a bit of a rat race. It's like the film kids version of a rat race in the corporate world. Instead of climbing the corporate ladder and hating your life,
and never ever getting to where
hating
you
your
go.
bank account, constantly going wheel because you get money, and then it's immediately, I can afford this new bit of gear, so I can charge more, so I can get more money to afford this more bit of gear. But it is a nice constant dopamine drip of oh, I'm increasing my career inch by inch, because at the end of the day, by the time you're 30 and you keep this up, you might have a full-on production company and be shooting Hollywood features, and you could be getting $1 million in a year, essentially, which is probably, if you're doing that, you're probably making a lot more than $1 million by then. But that's what I'm getting at. You could essentially little hedonic treadmill. Dude, I love Maccas.
I'll wait till your ad ends if you can't skip it.
So you got the
okay, and skip.
Oh.
So this is Playboy Cuddy Sky, one of your picks. I can see you like this song very much.
Kind of. It grew on me. I'll give it a whole lot of red, whole lot of shit, whole lot of skips at the start. But I'll give it meh and Sky. Kind of goes hard.
Yeah.
I think Mario Judah really lit a fire under Carti's eyes, and we'll hear some Mario Judah soon. But I ain't complaining. Red a bot. The liner it says, I don't drive R8s. I don't like those. I ain't fuck with nobody. Not even my shadow.
Damn,
Very hard bar of
you know
2021.
the bars.
Yeah. Contention for hardest bar of 21.
Tell you what my textbook hardest bar I've ever heard in my life is.
Can we have bar of the week? If Ash from Stewie Khan was here, which he will be in this couple weeks,
Yeah,
we'll hear
bar-
bar of the week from Regulate by Nate Dogg and Stewie G. Or no, Griffin. I forget the names.
Yeah, I fucking don't even like the song.
Yeah.
And he's
Shit.
like, and I have a feeling that all of the songs he's going to choose are going to be.
They're going to be a shit post.
Yeah.
It's going to be Regulate. Every song is going to be Regulate.
I actually tell a lie. He already sent me the track list.
It's all Regulate.
It's noise music and Regulate. It's Regulate and noise music.
I don't expect anything less.
Yeah, apparently that's what Jake said.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, my hardest bar. We'll pick our hardest bars. I'll go first since you have time to think.
I already said my hardest bar.
Okay, well then I'll go second then. I'll break your neck so you can watch your back. No, sorry. Fuck you. I'll break your neck so you can watch your back. And then he goes, fuck you. I'll break your neck so you can watch your fucking back. And then like,
Bruh.
and then and like before that, the bar is, caught my. Oh man, I gotta look up the lyrics.
Duckworth, or?
Nah, it's Heat by Brockhampton.
Yeah, that's my Switch photos.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, did you take them?
Yeah, those
They're
are
pretty
one.
sick, actually.
Wait, just look. Wait, tilt the laptop this way. Yeah, that was a Sony one. That was like for the Sony Records label release.
Mm.
And then the top one's like a thumbnail. More thumbnails. Anyone that looks colorful, I took.
I like this one a lot.
Yeah.
Did you do that edit?
Nah, they would have done that.
You're fired.
Oh.
You suck.
You know,
Yeah.
selling merch with my photo on it.
Wait, what?
Look up Switch Music Blow.
Are you insinuating that they're doing this without your consent?
No. Well, I'd expect my royalties.
Drama.
Actually, yeah, no, it's really cool because I met a client once. His name's Franco. And
That's really cool.
yeah. So, has this been screen recorded?
Yes.
Yeah. So, I'll give backstory. Anyone looking at the screen right now? This is a cover photo for a song for the Switch Music I did. It's called Blow. And if you've ever watched on Netflix Money Heist, it's like the Spanish show. It was like, if you know the photo, you know the photo. So if you know, you know. They sent me that as like the, like, what's the word here? Fucking treatment. Essentially like, oh, the label was like
a mood board type beat.
yeah, so like Sony was like, the manager at Sony was like, oh, you should do something like that. And then I think, oh, it was Dow, like the manager of the label, was saying that. And so he sent me that, and I'm like, alright, I can work for that. I'm on to the next one.
Oh, you've got an ad? Or
No,
okay.
Oh, yeah, I'm just
This is When I Die by GOLDLINK. The song only goes for a very short amount of time.
Oh, fuck.
Oh
no.
This is one of his other songs that plays at the start. This song got removed off Spotify.
Wait, how far are you into it?
I'm 20 seconds.
Okay, yeah, I'm good.
Uh,
Yeah, back to the photo. I'll give some more story to it. So, I sent the treatment of that Money Heist photo, and I was like, I can work this. Obviously, you think, you might need a drone or a ladder for something like that. So, I found, a long time ago, I found like this rooftop in the valley in our city. And it had like a fire escape on it. I'm like, that's the spot, that's where we're shooting. So, we shot the music video there, and then I just, all the like fucking extras and shit covered in like painter suits or like beekeeper suits, whatever they are. We got everyone to like walk underneath this fire escape that I remember being there, and then get my hair out of the fucking pop filter. And then I just got everyone to like huddle up, and then just all look up to the camera, and like the street light was there as well. It looks like a proper like professional photo that someone
for real, really.
actually curated a bit, but it was so fucking dodgy. It was like, dude, everyone just like squish.
I thought you like photoshopped the shit out of it.
Oh yeah,
but,
no,
like,
that's the other thing. All like the dudes in the beekeeper suit, there wasn't enough extras on the day, so I had to like
you can
go into the
kind of-
videos and like the photos from the night, and like just chopped out random people and like painted them in.
You almost can't tell.
Yeah,
Except
but
I thought I saw someone. Is that like flipped version of that?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
if
awesome,
you look, you can
bro.
see the cracks. But yeah, that's on some merch at the moment, which is cool.
Okay.
Because I met a client and he was wearing that in my city, and I was like, oh shit, I did that.
Fucking hell, you've made it.
Yeah.
That is a really sick. That's probably one
Yeah,
of
it's
my
one of my
favorite
favorite
of yours.
photos I've done.
Easily for me. There was one you did really recently that I was like, I
Yo
frothed
guys,
it.
do you want to follow this page right now? Just
Yeah,
follow
yeah.
that.
This is Lawson's page, Instagram page.
Yeah, and
he has
Venmo
quite
link in
a-
bio, Patreon, Cash App, none.
He has quite a social media presence. This is gonna be the last song before we cut the camera, by the way, just
That's all
because.
good.
But yeah, this song actually makes me really sad, low key. But yeah, this is
Don't feel it. Simply built different.
built different. Yeah, you took a photo like this one. I fucking love this one. You've been doing a few moodier photos,
Oh,
and I
yeah,
know
yeah.
you made a tutorial on
Yeah.
a moody photos that I liked a lot because I didn't really know you
Help
could
the
fake it.
motherfucker out.
Yeah,
Kiss time.
I'll probably. You just sexually harassed me on camera. Everyone saw it.
No, we have the consent form. They're behind the camera.
It's true. It's true. It's not true actually.
No,
we
no,
do
no.
have a Jamie.
No.
Are you ready?
3, 2, 1, click.
Sweet. So funny we were talking about him sexually harassing me live on camera. Because we're just talking about your fear of getting cancelled.
Yes. So in the break, I'm into something. So weird thing of mine, because fun fact, my girlfriend has like OCD. So a bit of that's kind of like rubbed off on me of like her. She has like irrational fears of some stuff, and one of the things she's worried about is getting cancelled. She has no social media following. She's an absolute angel. Love her to death. Right? Nothing bad she's ever done. But in her always worrying about getting cancelled because obviously cancel culture exists. I was like, damn, what if someone cancels me?
Exists
And I'm like,
worse than ever.
huh?
Well, it's bigger than ever, cancel culture.
Yeah,
Like,
and like obviously throughout 2020, 2021, 2019, 2018, like cancel culture's just like constantly risen. And it's just kind of like a growing epidemic in a way. And it's like getting a lot harsher for people who like do slight, I don't know, what's the word for it, like disservices against society.
well,
Or maybe they just cringe and they get cancelled for being cringe.
I mean,
like,
I feel like we're actually,
you'd get cancelled.
Yeah.
You made fun of fat people, bro.
dude. I'm actually
Damn,
like
Reece,
literally
bruh.
like you're worried. I'm actually easly like the biggest target.
You're
of
done
the-
for.
Like
Offbeat,
low
off air.
key, if you want to find like
Podcasts are the worst.
There's-
The worst thing to exist for your career.
I know, but like it's like in all seriousness, like I've made enough like dark jokes on this podcast that you could
chilling.
easily string together like a 5-minute cut
Yeah, just
of
like
me.
a narrative of you just being the worst person on the planet.
Yeah, even like
I'll do it
even if you
tonight.
took parts of like literally, even if you took like the worst parts of like I think you can tell because I'm laughing,
Yeah.
but then like it's getting to a point where it's like
Yeah, if you
like
say
obviously you
something like-
can't joke about everything. Like I would never. There's a lot of things I'd never joke about, but like it's getting to a point where like maybe the things that I feel that I can joke about are no longer things I can joke about.
Yeah.
like
That's
like
growth,
fat
that's
people, for
growth.
example.
Yeah, but no, like, dudes in their early 20s on a couch talking to a mic. That's a recipe for disaster.
Literally.
You can clip that. That's words of wisdom. But I will say though, it is interesting as a creator. Like, I'm very small, nowhere near big enough to have any eyes on me.
You're nowhere
But-
near big enough to be like me.
Yeah. But yeah, just as a like creators, it's kind of like an interesting dichotomy that we produce content and we do it just for the sake of it, for fun, to put it out there. But at the same time, the more you do it, the more anxious, at least I feel more anxious that like some crazy man on a mission that just hates me might go through and stitch together every word I've ever said, which is like on YouTube, but it's only like in
Oh,
good
100%.
tutorials, and it's like you like just Instagram captions. They're just like 2-word captions on my photos, like long day, you know, just stupid arsey shit. And I know I wouldn't get cancelled for anything because there's nothing out there because I'm not stupid enough to put it out there. But the irrational fear.
Are you calling me stupid?
No.
Because
Oh, no,
I am.
now I'm getting cancelled for slandering
I
you.
definitely am. I definitely am. Sorry, go on.
But yeah, no, it's just like an irrational fear that like you see it so much on social media that like go onto YouTube every day and there's no way you can miss. Oh, they're over party. Like some motherfucker playing Minecraft swore. He said fuck, and
He
everyone's
said-
like,
he
so
said-
we're cancelling him for being homophobic, racist, and sexist because he said fuck. And it's like kids take that shit to the moon with the cancel culture, and it's
It's a
like
nightmare.
you see it so often that you start to feel like, damn, am I gonna get cancelled for breathing?
That was Travis Scott, Houston, Californication. I've got an ad. So do you. Sweet.
I also have
The
an
next song is ASAP Rocky, CALLDROPS, featuring Kodak
Black.
Black. This was when Kodak Black was in prison. They literally record his audio over the
yeah.
prison phone.
6ix9ine moment.
It's pretty
He
sweet.
got Bobby Schmurder on that bitch.
He got, he told, he made a tweet saying that when he gets released, he's going to donate all this money to charity.
Or Kodak
And then
Black
when
or Bobby Schmurder?
Kodak Black.
Oh,
And then he got
really?
released. He got released, and then he said, "No, I'm not doing that." What a
man of his
asshole.
word. What a man. Yeah, that's another interesting topic I was going to lean into from cancel culture is, so obviously we have TikTokers, right? You see on TikTok, random kids get famous overnight.
Yeah.
And they're stupid kids. They say something like slightly insensitive. That's nowhere near as what we used to call homophobic or racist. They like literally just said, "Oh, this person of this race
is fat."
And then but you know, really small shit. But because they're so like young and impressionable, they just say like really offhanded shit you probably just say alone with your mates, and they get cancelled instantly, right? So people are like out for blood just on TikTok, just like random kids making content. But
People really are out for blood though. Like,
look at rappers.
yeah, they can say whatever the fuck they want.
Pop Smoke, he's a legend, but that motherfucker, he was mad homophobic.
Well,
Look at his lyrics.
like
Very interesting. Like, you know what I mean? Like, rappers and artists that we idolize can say some really like not hateful stuff, because I don't believe they're like genuinely hateful.
Here's my theory. Here's my theory about that. People don't fucking listen to lyrics anymore.
Yeah, that's facts.
So I reckon that's got something to do with it. But literally though, like I was thinking the other day,
bro.
I was listening like, so are you aware of like, you definitely are. You're aware of the whole film school saga where for no reason at all I got called misogynistic.
Oh yeah,
and, like,
because
toxic and shit.
You made a pitch and you were just
Confident.
being you.
Yeah.
Give me the rundown. Give the audience the rundown as well.
Okay, I'll give the audience. I pitched for a film at our university, and by most accounts, I also couldn't find. Oh, here we go. Is Pop Smoke homophobic? Anyway, for the most part, like the reception was really positive. In fact, can I just point this out? Like one of my gay friends, who I got accused of.
That's like no, bro. I'm not racist. I have a black friend. Choose your words carefully here, Reese.
One of my gay friends told me that he thought my pitch was really, really good, right? Anyway, I get this. My friend sends me this message and he goes, "Bro, I'm so sorry." And I was like, "Oh, like what's up? Like what happened?" And he sends me a screenshot of like these girls group chat. I've got an ad as well. Yeah. We got the same ad.
Just play through and skip like 3, 2, 1.
I skipped. Yeah. I'm a bit ahead of you. This is Princess Nokia. I like him.
Oh yeah.
Which is
I really like this song. Song's great, but like I really love the visuals for it.
Yeah.
I think the DOP that she's got and the director that she works with a lot, I really love their style. It's kind of like this, I don't know, pastel film look, but also mixed with like 80s retro cyberpunky sort of aesthetic.
I've noticed that.
Works really well.
I love pastel film look. I'm getting there with the cyberpunk look.
Yeah.
Getting there.
It rubs off on you.
But
continue.
Yeah, so this he sends me this screenshot of like this group chat that a group of girls have made, and they're talking about how toxic I am, and they're using like vomit emojis, and they're saying like I'm a misogynist, and like, which I'll never understand. Like I don't know what part of my pitch. I've seen you hate women before. You've punched dude,
a woman.
Don't cancel me. I have not. I have not. I fucking haven't. I am a. I'm gonna actually fucking say it because I'm gonna say I'm a good guy.
It sounds like what a bad guy would say. No,
yeah, well, it is true. Like a bad guy would say that, but you know who else would say that? A good guy as well.
Alright, go on.
Yeah. Anyway, so I saw all that, and I actually got really, really upset because like reputation's huge in film school, and I was like trying to figure out like where I went wrong. And like I asked a lot of people, and everyone was basically like, "Well, you're a," because like I'm not compared to you, but like compared to like most people, I'm a big guy. Yeah. It's like I'm a buff, like moderately buff, country boy, who talks like a country boy sometimes.
Just minus the racism,
minus the racism and the homophobia.
Country without the cunt.
Yeah, literally.
That's a real. That's kind of
out of country. Yo, that's a bar. Write that down. Write that down.
Jamie,
if you're listening, Zaria.
Yeah,
Zaria. Write it down. And they literally told me it's just because of that. And like I stand up straight and I talked really confidently.
Was it a girl said that? So I didn't remember that part of the story.
What, like?
It was just because of like where you.
Oh no, everyone just assumed that was why, including myself. Okay. Like, I mean, I don't have another reason because I mean, you've even seen my movie. Like,
yeah,
it's not really anything. Like, it's not. I don't like my movie, but like, it's not misogynistic. It's not even like. It's not even pro straight white man. It's like everyone sucks in it.
It's a film
except for like the little girl, I guess.
Saving the world.
But he doesn't.
Yeah, he's just a shit movie now.
It's just a shit movie as well. But yeah. So I had a run in with that. So I nearly got cancelled. Like, and we had a ball for our university, and I showed up, and I went up to this guy, and he was like, oh, like what movie were you working on? And I was like, oh, well, I was on my movie was called I'm Not a Good Man. And he's like, oh, really? I've heard that was like a really toxic set. I heard the director's really toxic. And I was like, well,
horrible.
I'm the director. And like, I know this guy. And I've got an ad, by the way. All right, sweet.
That's the classical. Oh, no, he's behind me, isn't he?
Yeah, literally. But like, he didn't know it was me. All right, we're on time. This is Vince Staples' Fire. This has a really hard bar in as well. Yeah. But yeah.
I haven't seen the video for this.
And he like apologized to me like a heap. And he's like, oh my God, like I had no idea it was you. But people have said that the director of I'm Not a Good Man is toxic. And
I think this podcast is just a way for you to atone for your sins. You're like, dude, guys, everyone listening,
I have never. This is my first atonement.
Dude, Reese, toxicest bloke I know. He greeted me at the door with a homophobic slur.
Yeah, what the? God damn it! Since when did I become John Davis?
John
Davis is the homophobic one.
Yeah. He lives on through.
To go back to homophobia, and you were talking about Pop Smoke, I found a lyric. He says, I can't F with these N-words because N-words is gay.
Yeah, that was the one I was immediately thinking of.
That actually
Can't
doesn't
deny
make
that song
any
goes
sense.
hard.
I'm going to look at... so this song, its hook is... well, you can hear that I'm probably going to go to hell anyway. But his bar is, soul couldn't get me into heaven, but heaven couldn't get me in a bitch's bed. Which I think's so fucking funny.
He's spitting facts. The man knows what he wants.
Kind of is. he kind of low-key is.
Oh, God.
All right, so you know how I was talking about how there was that really hard bar in Heat?
Yeah.
I'm getting that up as well. Heat by Brockhampton. Okay. Oh, my old friend fucked my girlfriend. I should have shot him. Pray to God about him. Man, I hit the lotto. Yeah, my bitch got badder. And like, I thought that verse was cooler when I heard it, but like that's still like my old friend.
Bar lives in my head too.
Apparently that was true. Like I looked it up.
Right.
Like apparently his old friend did fuck his girl, and like he was like considering shooting him.
Oh,
because like
in the day's work.
The thing about Brockhampton is unlike like a lot of like, you know, rappers. Like I'm not pro thug. You know, I'm not pro gangster. Like clearly, like that's not the a lifestyle I can get around.
Vince Staples.
This is Vince Staples, but. Well, Vince Staples actually falls in the same category.
What song is that from again?
That was Heat by Brockhampton.
Yeah, Heat, that's
this
right,
is Fire by Vince Staples. But they're all like ex like gangsters. Like
the Brockhampton boys.
Yeah.
Real.
Yeah.
I always thought they were just like some random kids.
Nah.
Oh, I'm playing.
I'm playing as well. So this is
to be fair, I do not look up any artist.
FAUCET. Really?
No, I'm extremely shallow when it comes to music.
Whoa, this one got booty.
Yeah.
I'll
be honest, I don't care about any artist's backstory. I literally just here for the vibes. I'm so shallow. I'm an absolute ape of a man.
That's not shallow, but like, cause like, there's a whole like, I mean, as a film school kid, you'd know the whole idolization of directors and shit.
Yeah, that's a good topic. Thoughts on like divorcing the art from the artist? Because I was
literally about to say that exact like divorcing the art from the artist.
Go off.
Well, clearly you agree with that because you don't care about the artist, you care about the song, and that's the same with me.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I would never like financially contribute to someone like Roman Polanski or like any like known pedophile, right? Like I don't know any.
Wait,
artists.
what's that got to do with? I mean,
because he's like he makes movies, right? And like
is he a pedophile?
I think so.
Holy fuck!
Yeah, he like fucked a 13-year-old girl and then got extradited or something. Roman
Polanski. I've never seen a Roman Polanski film.
Oh,
but...
it's like old movies, boomer movies. Anyway, that's just like an example off rip because he's like well known for that. I can't think of any singer-songwriters or artists that are like pedophiles or like anything like that.
Yeah. He fucking did, by the way.
Yeah. Naughty boy. So yeah, if Kanye West came out as like a pedophile, just don't sue me, but that's just my opinion. I wouldn't buy his music or his albums.
No. No.
Yeah, I wouldn't stream his stuff if I was financially contributing. Like, I'd still probably listen to the music. I probably wouldn't buy stuff. That being said, the interesting thing about like art and artistry and shit, there's a limit because, you know, you can shoot a man in the head, go to jail, and come out, and people respect you as an artist. Like, how many artists do you know have gone to prison for like some really fucked shit? Like XXX, for example. He like smashed a dude's head in for being gay. Well, not for being gay, but he was like making advances on him in prison.
I just want to say,
people still fuck with him.
Real quick, the recording on my computer, for whatever reason, it's come up with an error. So, audience, that's why the recording's disappeared. Sorry, go on.
Rookie
yeah,
moves.
no, XX was a terrible person.
Yeah,
like,
it's the interesting thing where it's like in rap and any like hyper masculine, like aggressive music, the more violent you are as a man, you kind of get a free pass. But if you do anything like sexually, that's sus. Obviously, right to be cancelled. No, fuck with you.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. You can't get away with that sort of stuff elsewise. If I was a photographer and I beat some dude up, hang on.
Okay, this is Vacation by FKBAMBAM.
Bam Bam.
Oh, Bam Bam.
Yeah.
Are you playing?
Yep.
Ah, sweet.
Yeah, but as a
LUGA.
photographer or like a director, if I were to beat someone up or get like anything to do with violence, it probably wouldn't be good for my career. But, you know, for an artist, it's kind of boosting it. So it's like it's a weird thing between like certain industries.
Wait, what do you mean?
Well, it's like, you know,
your association with like rappers.
no, if like when it comes to like artists, like
Yeah.
singing or like rapping and shit, you can get away with like being violent.
Yeah.
And like people don't divorce the art from the artist. Then
Well,
it's fine. Like,
exactly.
you know how many people listen to like motherfuckers who have done violent crimes that you would probably not associate with in real life?
Well, people love, people, I feel like the only reason why, because you know how there's that song, Immortal Technique, Dance with the Devil?
Yeah.
And like, it's pretty like famous or even overrated if people do say that, I don't know. But like, you know, I feel like the only reason people like say that's fucked up is because it's like universally renowned of people like saying it's fucked up. But I reckon if that song came out today, people would listen to it and just like,
yeah,
like I take what is it? I'm looking into the eyes of my own mother. Like they'd be like, yeah, I'm looking. You know, they'd be like fucking seeing it. And it's like, dude, like we really, with music, the artist seems to be always divorced from the art.
Yeah.
When it comes to like I don't
other
like
mediums though. It seems elsewise. If I was a photography, it's very much like beauty's in the eye of the beholder. So it's like the people that shoot the photos, a lot of them as people are often associated with their work. So like me personally, if I were to have a great good happen to me or like did something extremely philanthropic and I had any work that reflected that visually, that would be like a key cornerstone talking about like my art. If I was a scumbag and my photos, like I take some pretty like violently looking photos sometimes, like cyberpunk infused stuff, like, you know, dudes dead on the ground or like, you know. But yeah, if I wanted to do something really fucked up and if any of my art reflected that, that would be immediately like pinned to me as like, oh yeah, you can see how fucked up he is based on his art. You know. But yeah, you're not wrong. There's a massive divorce between the art and the artist when it comes to music,
it's
but not so
auditory.
much. Huh?
Maybe it's just purely auditory stuff.
Yeah, because I think when it comes to like a photo, you have to kind of ingest what you're looking at and think about it. Music, I don't fucking listen. I don't know anything anyone's saying. We're listening to Mario Judah right now. I couldn't tell you a word he's saying.
What's a he?
Yeah.
I want to see if I can start the recording again.
You know, there's a lot of music these days is like very divorced of like any sort of symbolism or meaning, if it's in rap at least. So it's like, no one cares. I'm just vibing. I'm vibing. I'm in the Ritz car. I'm vibing. I'm hitting the Nana. I'm hitting the fucking Millie Rock to shit. I don't care.
You know, in high school, that was like my first introduction to art from the artist because we learned about Leni Riefenstahl, who was like a famous German director who then started making films for Hitler.
Oh yeah, that guy.
And everyone's like, there's like a debate where it's like, no, well, like she was a great director, but it's just like, yeah, but she's also like a Nazi.
Yeah.
Like, I think
it's
like,
pick and choose. It's
so
like,
if
you don't like someone, it's an easy way to like not fuck with them or like lambast people you know that fuck with them. Like, I don't know, if there's a German director
that's
that
also
was like,
visual as well. So it doesn't really align with, it aligns with the photography aspect, but not the rapper side of it. So it really is like, it must be inherently visual. You associate, which I mean, it makes sense actually now that I think about it.
Because you see like the world through their eyes. Sort of. Like Roman Polanski, for example, pedophile, and everything he shot was through the lens of a pedophile. And now you know that with like the pretense of that going into his films, you can't look at it the same way.
Yeah.
Music though, It's like, yeah, it's from their, you know, the auditory part of their brain. That's what they think. But
the thing
it's a vibe.
You can tune out your ears. Like,
Yeah.
you can lose focus in. I can listen to music and not hear a word they're saying, like you were saying, like we're doing now.
You can't really watch a film and not watch a film. It's like, no matter how like zooted you are, if you're like going into something totally cooked, you still kind of have to like, you're still processing what's happening, even if you don't want to.
Yeah.
But with music, you can really just tune it out.
Yeah. There's almost no way you can fully zone out your eyes. I've got an ad. I've got an ad.
Cringe.
I gotta Shrek the musical
Dude,
ad.
I love Shrek.
I fucking love Shrek. I wanted to see this. I was actually going to go on a date and watch this.
Dude, that's like securing sex that night. Sure.
Yeah,
I would have sex with you.
I would. Let's go on a date and watch Shrek.
Yeah, why not?
Dude. Also, yeah, so this song, I feel like this,
Sorry, I just burped into your mic.
Huh?
You have to edit that one out. I just burped into the mic. I don't know if that picked up.
I've burped into the mic about 3 times today.
Oh, just a bit cheeky, but
I thought you'd hear it. Can you hear how it's
Wait, hang on. That's a quick pog moment. Got to hit a pog chant for that one.
Can you hear him going pretty crazy?
Yeah. I'm vibing. I have heard this song before. I've heard this on TikTok a lot. This is very interesting. I don't know how to really get into this, but I realized working for myself, and recently I got a job offer for a company that I won't name that I didn't get because I was way too overqualified by their standards. And I went in and I talked to them, and I was kind of sussing out the guy that got, because it was kind of like through a friend that worked there in the industry, and I was talking to him about what the work life was there like, and it was a lot of stuff like, oh, there's overtime, and you know, the culture here is like, got to stay back, and you know, it just kind of got worse and worse as time went on. As I was talking to him, behind the manager's back, because the manager wasn't there to, you know, say, shut the fuck up, don't tell him these things. And it got me very interesting insight to what it's like working for yourself and what it's like to work for others. And the whole thing about capitalism versus like social or communism, whatever you want to call it, came into play about like your value being extorted. Right? Low disk space, buddy.
Maybe that's why I couldn't record anymore.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, what I'm getting down to is,
what you're getting down to?
What I'm getting down to is Travis Scott goes sicko mode.
Is this sick?
I'm good.
Yeah.
What I'm getting down to
no
is,
bystanders for Travis Scott.
What's your thoughts about creatives getting? Because I want to do a like mini doc on this, because I released one recently about what it's like to be in film school and what that entails. What do you think about that one, by the way?
I like that one.
Awesome.
I was sad I wasn't on it.
Yeah, we weren't here yet.
Yeah, I know.
So you'll be my first guinea pig for this new segment of a doco.
Okay.
Is what it's like to be a creative in an industry where profit comes over creativity. So it's like, I don't really know how to frame this, because it's kind of like I'm feeling it out at the moment. But what I looked at when I got into that company and asked around was, people were kind of just being milked for every bit of, you know, worth that they could as a creative. And my opinion was quite polar opposite, where I think personally a creative should be given enough time to do the job. It might be quite a long period of time, maybe a week, 2 weeks.
Enough time to what, sorry?
Given enough time to complete the job well.
Yeah.
I think hand over fist it should always be, you pay for quality, not quantity. And obviously as a company, you're looking to maximize profits. But from a creative standpoint, I think the world would benefit a lot better if, as an industry, we kind of shifted away from the whole like, you know, product and more of like an experience-based economy when it comes to creation. Instead of like we're creating videos and stuff as like a, you know, this is an incentive to drive sales elsewhere. It's more of like the video itself is the experience, because the experience drives like brand, you know, awareness, like brand solidarity of stuff. So it often pays really well as a brand to pay for a good video opposed to a lot of videos, because you can tell, like, have you seen like a lot of brands and shit? Like, name a brand you fuck with heavy. Like, do you like Nike?
Wait, a brand I fuck with heavily?
Yeah, like based off of their visual output.
Oh, okay. Nike has great ads.
Yeah,
they have really good ads.
You don't see Nike, like, obviously they're big enough, they can do everything right, but you don't see Nike just putting out really shit content 24/7 just to like boost the algorithm. They put out movies. They put out they get the highest end directors in the world to make great content for them, because it's not about driving a sale of a certain shoe, it's about selling a feeling. And I just want to hear your thoughts on that, like what it's like as a creative. Do you think profits, and like just give me your rundown on that, like what it's like to be like essentially extorted your labor for profit and just kind of like treated like an olden day 1800s factory worker of the 21st century? Instead of like pulling a lever, we're clicking a mouse, just going through the motions of like taking a photo and then selling fucking shoes or like shirts or whatever. So
I think you have seen my progression in that like in that exact field that you're talking about, because when you first ever met me, I was very much like I will never like ever be a cog for like a corporate thing, but like I just didn't you know, I wanted to make stuff for me, and I never wanted to like do things because like I need the money, and like, oh, they're yelling at me and they want it to look this specific way, and like I have a moderate say in it, but at the end of the day, like, you know, because like if they don't like your font, you have to change your font. But yeah, so initially I was like so uncool with it, but now that I'm broke essentially, and I have all this gear because, you know, I bought the gear to make movies, but like I can't make movies without gear, and I can't pay for gear with movies.
Bit of catch-22 you got in there.
Yeah, so I have to do the corporate shit.
Yeah.
So I've sort of found a way to manipulate it so that it's fulfilling for me. Like if you've seen the stuff I have done, they're like
ads and stuff.
Kind of story-based in a way. Like they have I feel like they have more heart than usual, which I kind of like long bad versions of like what I think Nike does.
Yeah.
So I'm with you in that, like, you know, one great video is way better than 30 shit videos. But no one wants that one great video. That's why I think Nike's got it right. But as we said, Nike's like a well-established company.
Yeah.
Most people want to extort us for like 50 videos. I mean, even like I've only worked with great companies so far, but like even like, you know, I filmed, you know, a day's shoot, very little money, and then I get an email saying, oh, can you make it into 4 videos?
Oof.
And it's like, well, I can, but like the quality's going to drop. And like obviously in the end they used 2 of the 4, the best 2. But like
one thing that like, because I run my own business with film and stuff now, so I pay people, right? I employ people and friends via like contract work, right?
Yeah.
So another interesting thing I'd like to get your thoughts on, because you've obviously worked freelance and you've worked for people as well.
Yeah.
Is what's your take with the way to pay people essentially? Like, if you're getting paid by a company, you expect that like whatever you invoice them is your labor, right? You're getting paid for what you're worth. But then if you've ever been employed by somebody, it's often the opposite. It's where you're getting paid what they say and you're providing a lot more value than you're like giving them, because that's obviously as a business, they're not going to pay you your maximum amount of value because they wouldn't be making money at that point. They'd be breaking bare even, and you can't do that as a business. Right? When it's the inverse, when you're a creative working under a company, you're often given what you can get, you know, or you get what you're given. There's no negotiation realistically, and it's not like the work is consistent. It's always different.
And as you said as well, they're underpaying you because that's financially the right thing to do for them.
You can't pay someone their exact value. Like if you ever worked in a job, like a cook, for example, you make 10 burgers for $5 each. That's $50. You're not getting paid $50 for the work you did. You're probably going to get paid 28 for 14 an hour or whatever. Yeah,
which is really weird. Like, because I like the thing with like getting paid hourly rates too, is like it doesn't really encourage like quality.
It doesn't encourage productivity or quality. It encourages slacking. As
a really weird like example, when I went home, I was so broke. Like I was like I like working on the farm for my dad, but I was like, oh, you know, any chance I can like work for you.
Yeah.
And he said he'd pay me, and I like made sure the rates were low because I didn't want to, you know, take
Swindle
money from
your father.
But it was an hourly thing, and I didn't like that. So my goal was to work as hard as possible for as little as possible. So I essentially finish the day before the day's over.
Yeah.
And finish a fuck ton of stuff so that I'm underselling myself.
Hourly.
But that was because of the family incentive. In general, you know, for us, like especially if I'm working for a company and they want me to edit together a video. Gee, what sucks? What's the worst thing you've had to film?
I don't take.
Oh, just
that's another. Actually, we could just branch in that. Like, do you think it's worth taking shit jobs just for the money, or would you rather die on a hill?
I think it depends how hungry you are, because
True.
Okay, I didn't realize I was playing. This is Gold by Brockhampton. To be honest, like right now, I would film for the Australian government and would want to, like, I would be
war propaganda,
miserable, baby. But like, Dude, I'm so poor, but that's the thing. Like, that's why those ads get made, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's
Motherfuckers
actually
struggle.
soulless people. It's like it's people like us. Like, well, I mean, you're doing fine, but like me, like financially not in a good place. But my point of what I was saying was just that salary, like when you contract, on the other hand, you charge like, okay, this is actually what I think my quality is at. You charge that amount. For me, my first one that I charged for, $300, too low. But first one that I was charging for me, I wanted to exceed the value of $300 because they're gonna pay me. I was like, well, I don't want them to like look at it and go, well, this isn't $300 worth. You know, this is way less. So
You
like,
got to act your wage. You can't be doing that.
yeah, if it's hourly rate, it's like, well, fuck, I'm getting paid fuck all no matter what. So who gives a shit
Most
how
make
bad it
good,
is?
though. Probably best way to summarize this. In film school, the object of working for free has been a quite big necessity in the industry for a while. Well, it's been a fake necessity. It's not really needed. It's kind of like after 08, with financial crash, like I could get into a whole reason why like free work and like 2 to 3 years, you know, experience needed on an entry level job is actual like something that just exists. Hasn't always been like that. That 2 to 3 year experience on an entry level job only since 08 financial crash, pretty much.
Yeah.
But anyway, thoughts on working for free in film?
I mean, I've already done it.
Yeah, but like in general, like if you were to give advice or like just give your 2 cents on the topic, do you think as the industry we need change?
I think that more people will pay you than you're aware of. I think when you offer yourself for free, most of the time they're probably going to pay you. That's actually my genuine, like, I actually think like the school will tell you to offer yourself for free. If you're like confident in yourself, don't. Like you're actually getting robbed because you're actually putting like a good quality output and like they are getting that for free. They can do whatever they want with it, you know, depending on your contract. I mean, obviously like they can't re-edit and shit. Well, you should put that in your contract. They're not allowed to re-edit your work. But like, dude, like you're actually like getting robbed. You're straight up robbing yourself.
No, I feel 100% the same. It's a pet peeve of mine in the industry that working for free is the thing. I've done it. Everyone's done it. But it's not like I never got a contracted job to work for free. I did stuff for fun for free that led to work down the line because I wasn't going to be some fucking corporate simp and just, you know, actually work for free. I put in a lot of work and get no payment from it, like Instagram and YouTube, but that's kind of like, it sets yourself up down the line. Yeah. But legitimately working for free, I think it's a big problem in the like film industry and photography and shit, because 100% agree with what you say, that if you're going to do it for free, they were going to pay someone else, or, you know, vice versa. Like if there's a market for free labor, there's no incentive to pay for labor. So you can't also get the worst of the worst with that. I think if just as an industry, everyone kind of like with the GME stock, like YOLO'd it to the moon sort of thing. If everyone just agreed minimum $300 for like whatever job you're doing, like, everyone would pay $300. Yeah, like everyone would be getting paid, and you would read out the people that don't have. People who are too weak to ask for money wrecked it. Yeah, well that's the thing, because if it's kind of a rat race to the bottom, where it's like everyone's like, oh, I need experience, so like I'll do it for cheaper. It's like you're only helping the corporate overlords at that point. Like you know, if they don't have the money to pay you, they're probably not the right people you want to be working with in the first place. I do want to actually jump in there. So I think there's like a couple of times when free work for a company is like yeah, if it's portfolio like level up style work, like if you got the offer to you know, like, work on a documentary like around the globe and you had to do it for free, but you know your accommodation at least was paid for. Well, but also like what about you know, it's like what about you have a childhood friend who's making a company, a business? That's when like I jump in and say, yeah, well, that's like different though. The thought is, you know, if it's two parties that would not otherwise be together, if it's no friendly relation, no family relation, you're working for free, you're kind of getting just fucked. Yeah. And you're only getting fucked by like the societal pressure that other filmmakers in the past have established, that kids in film need to work for free to get their content and their portfolio up. But you can do that for fun and for free with people you actually want to work with if you ask enough. That was what I was going to say as well. Like, you shouldn't be working, and you shouldn't be providing value to a company or a corporation or anyone without getting properly compensated. Because if they're getting any monetary value out of that, there's no reason they shouldn't be paying you. Well, and if they're not, they're a cheapskate and an asshole. Also, like, if you like that, if you see yourself as that inexperienced, so like you're like, oh, I'm too scared to ask for money, and like, as I said, I've literally done it. First commercial, I did that.
except I did have experience. Like, that was just stupid of me. If you have experience, be confident enough to ask some money. But yeah, if you're actually that inexperienced or whatever, just do it one for fun.
Yeah.
Like, literally, and like with your friends, like, even make a fake commercial, mockumentary, make a fucking movie. Like, do that for fun to get a bit of experience. And then if you're that worried about it, because if you're actually that worried about it, then you probably shouldn't be making the commercial.
Yeah, exactly.
Like yeah. Talking about industry standards in general, and like how film school, like,
very interesting,
like
topic.
trains us to like behave in a specific way. But like, I've always found that, like, I don't really agree with everything. For an example, well, I guess the free thing's a good example. The other thing that's a good example is like just kind of the way in which the amount of pre-production that goes into like making a movie or making a commercial, like that like I've never had to do outside of uni, commercials included. I've never had to do the sheer amount of like bullshit work. Like,
yeah, a lot of it is like, I feel like it's archaic, like old film shit. Like,
yeah, well, we talked about it actually a while ago. We talked about it in you know, obviously off the books podcast, like not on podcast, but like we were talking about how we reckon that like 70%, probably like 50% of film crew roles
redundant. A lot of them these days, especially. Yeah, I'll get into
space.
that. Yeah, a lot of people on set, they're just fucking creating hassle, bro. They don't need to be there. Like, I don't know. I think the film industry in general, like traditional film industry, like, you know, Hollywood sets and shit, they need to change. It's a lot of like archaic technology that's kind of been held onto by old heads. Like, look at the Sony cameras at the moment. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. Like, I have shot stuff that Sony themselves signed off on, like the music.
Really?
Yeah, well, swishes with Sony. So like,
holy shit, I didn't even know that.
yeah, so I can say, like, I shoot for a, you know, one of the big publishing companies in the world when it comes to music, and I shoot on an A7 III, you know, and I was shooting on A6300 before that. You know,
that's the thing.
The same camera this has been shot on.
I was not complaining, but I was saying this to someone else. Like, our cameras that we're using right now are better cameras than what they were shooting feature films on,
like 10
in
years
the
ago.
80s, 90s, 2000s.
100%.
Like, so don't fucking use the camera as an excuse. Like, like you have everything you need to, you know.
You just, the one thing you are if you're a shit filmmaker is poor. That's like,
yeah.
If you're a good filmmaker with shit films, you're just broke.
Literally.
The only thing that's going to make it better if you're actually competent in telling stories is
more
like visually is, you know, money. If you can tell a good story, you know, like a good filmmaker on the books and tell good stories, but a bad one visually, and like, you know, this or talent or whatever, it's just literally you don't have enough money. That's the only reason Hollywood looks so good, is they have just way too much money.
Yeah, the beauty of that is that if you start with nothing,
you have to learn, you know, hard fucking road on like how to be good for cheap.
But your techniques are like really fucking good. Like, I when I got this light, my life changed because I was using these like tiny little LED panels, which, by the way, great value. A lot of them are pretty bright for like the price you're paying.
They get around.
All the background shit here is lit with LED panels, tiny little ones. All of them under $100. They but like, you know, after I got a real light, suddenly everything became infinitely easier to do. Literally like one, you know, learn the hard way and everything will be easy after that. But just don't like make bullshit excuses. That's actually like a big thing. I was actually gonna talk about it with Jason when I do him, but like, because he's very anti-excuse, and I think you are too. Yeah, which I feel like you guys are the same thing. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can see his fucking veins.
He puts in the effort.
But yeah, I feel like you're in the same boat of that. It's just like just shut the fuck up about like excuses and make shit.
I'm not as militant as you, because I watched the one of Zara, and you're talking about how you're very militant when it comes to
but I'm just a cunt. Like, I'm a well, I don't know. Whatever. Sorry, go on.
I'll give you my 2 cents, because like you're a very interesting take, because I'd say we from the outside look pretty much similar in like work ethic wise, but
you're a lot more successful and
well, like, doesn't really matter. Like, the output's still like the same. We both, like, I'd say from someone looking in, we probably do a rough amount, same amount of output and effort, right?
And it's like not at the moment, not at the moment, but I would as well. Yeah. And at the moment,
hard working dude bros, right?
At the moment, I feel like I've dropped off a little bit. But that was kind of like mainly, you know, in parks I can't do a lot.
Yeah, no.
And
But that's just environmental factors. But you
but,
as a
like,
person are very driven.
Yeah,
would say.
I can't not do anything. Like
Yeah.
when you leave, I'm gonna work out again.
Again, this man, twice in one day.
But yeah, sorry, where were you going?
So
with
yeah, what I was saying is like very interesting to talk to you about because like I watched your podcast recently where you talk about how militant you are and like
Yeah.
your approach to like that.
Yeah.
And I've done like some introspection lately because like my housemate Jaden constantly bites my ear off about why I'm such a like weird cunt and built different because I do things very abnormally, I'd say.
Abnormally how?
When it comes to like work ethic and shit, because like Jaden's very, I don't want to say not lazy, but like he just hasn't like he lacks a bit of direction. Yeah, Jaden he just like lacks a lot of like motivation. That's the word I'm looking for.
Do you want me to bleep his name out?
No. He goes to therapy for this reason, and we talk about this. He's very open. Yeah, he's not lazy or like fucking any of that shit. He just someone that's like not ADHD but lacks a lot of motivation, and so we talk about that a lot, like how I can stay so motivated, and he struggles, and like I work like consistently like. I don't know, like 14 hours straight. I don't have fun. Like I don't play games. I play games like maybe an hour a month at this point. Like I don't do shit.
Shoes.
But edit and work out and just vibe. I just watch YouTube all day long, but it's on my second monitor, so I'm simultaneously working and not working. But I'm not militant. I'm like a fucking ape. I'm so simple.
Well,
I'm literally just like me pick up thing, me do,
and you're,
opposed to like
happy.
me kill thing. Yeah.
Yeah. That's well. I mean, it's like
I'm
same
like
thing,
building
different
my
energy,
rock
you know?
house. Like how are you talking about if the happiest man in the woods hunting?
Yeah.
Editing is my rabbit, and I just like hunting. I'm
Yeah.
vibing. Like
that's good though.
Yeah. It's like opposed to like murdering the rabbit's life, like you'd want to do. I feel like
I should probably like elaborate on that for like as brief as I can, but like I just think that I'm like by nature just due to like a lot of things like become a lot more hateful. Like people who know me know like I'm just sort of fed up with bullshit. Like and at such a young age
enough,
too.
Mate.
I've literally had enough.
Just want to go out for a fish and a bit of grill, mate.
Literally, I just want to chop some wood.
Just want to get away from the miso, mate.
I just want to cut wood. But yeah, like so like sort of the way I approach filmmaking is I did say earlier I used the word usurp. And if you don't know what usurp means, or to anyone who doesn't, usurp is basically just forced ascension to power.
Bit of a coup.
Which is literally. I feel like I usurp my way in the film industry. I'm just like, I feel like so many people on the daily tell us like, oh, you're not gonna make it, and both of us clearly think that's bullshit. There is a way, but like, I feel like too many people said that. I got too many moments in film school where the whole toxic masculinity thing happened. I just fed up. So now I'm like, well, if I won't be supported, I'm also a very paranoid person by default. So now, like, I just, especially after that, now I assume that the film school as a whole is like not necessarily on my side, especially since like how hard I had to work to get my script through past the teachers and stuff, who teachers that like, for the most part, a lot of them know what they're talking about really great. I just feel like I had to do a little bit more than what other people had to do.
Come on, bro, please just read it, bro, please, come on.
Mine didn't have like virtue signaling stuff in it. So I just had this like, it just slowly trained into me that like no one wants you to make it, so I'm gonna walk the beat of my own drum. So I have my
so you feel
version
like
of your
kind of like, you feel like you're constantly like out of spite almost doing stuff and like
no showing... I do want to kind of it's not I don't do anything, I don't make anything to prove to anyone, but
do you feel like the world's kind of like against you in a way, and you're
a
like
little
proving yourself against the world?
Yeah,
it's like your own personal crucible.
Yeah. I feel like I'm on my own personal crucible. That's how I continue my death march. Like because we were talking about how we play like an hour games a month. That's actually like that's really hard to do. Like that's
what, to people play less or to play more.
To play that amount to only give yourself very little recreation.
Oh, I don't do it by choice. I just like, I'm simply just
too busy and enjoy like the...
No, so like what you were saying, like how you feel like the world's kind of in you, I'm like thinking the exact opposite. Like I think ignorant, like blissful ignorance is like, it sounds stupid, but like...
It sounds healthy.
Yeah, so like for context, I used to have like really bad anxiety and depression, like legit bad when I was younger. And I've noticed like all the shit your dad likes, it's facts. Like, I've gotten into gardening and like just taking care of my body and just eating vegetables and meat, nothing else. It's all this like monkey shit, right?
That's what I'm saying. It's the monkey shit that makes you happy.
Yeah, it's all this like super casual shit. And the more I've kind of trimmed my life away of like giving a fuck about anything, it's just like I don't need any extracurricular stimulants like video games or like drugs or alcohol, because
you're happy doing that.
Yeah, it's not like I'm happy, it's just I'm vibing. It's like there's nothing to bring me down because I've taken all the stuff that's overstimulates me out of my life. So it's like there's never a low point because there's never really a high point. Yeah. So that's why I can just kind of switch off.
You're constantly on a nice wave.
Yeah. The hedonic treadmill I'm on is just on a nice little walk.
That's a great way of putting it.
Yeah. So instead of like, and also like, instead of feeling like the world's in on me, or in on you, for me, it's like, I picture myself like a monkey peeling bananas, and there's a conveyor belt of bananas, and that's time. So every day and every second that goes by, there's a new banana to peel, and it might be a big banana, like a big job. And I have a certain amount of bananas I just need to peel every day, and I won't have too many banana peels to clog up my fucking conveyor belt. Yeah. So like, I don't care about anything else around me. I'm just peeling my bananas, bro.
That's good.
I'm just vibing.
I feel like, well, that's the way like I want to get to, you know.
I'll set you up for conveyor belt.
Well, you know, it's the bananas that are the problem right now. I get that treadmill cranking. My treadmill's going like real fast. I just don't. Nothing's coming down at the moment. But I'm trying to, you know, throw some banana seeds up there so a banana tree will grow. Yeah. I do want to just end on that militant thing.
Dude, I'm not that's where I masculine, bro. I swear. I'm not
but that's where I want to get to, is where you're at the moment. Like, my main driving force. If I'm tired today, I just have this like moment where I'm like, where I just like that my like warpath mentality, declaration of war on the film industry, trying to get there, is what keeps me going. Like, that's what you call negative intrinsic motivation, so which like is not healthy.
Like, I used to have that a lot too.
Your motivation is what I'd call positive intrinsic motivation, which is really healthy.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, if we were to give advice about how, because that's a big thing, is staying motivated to create. Because like, if it's commodified, creation becomes kind of like alienated from your own worldview. You no longer do it for fun. It's simply a commodity to eat at that point. Yeah. So your version of that would you say, to be like negatively intrinsically motivated? Like,
I don't think you should be.
Hatred. But do you find that's what you gravitate towards?
That's what I gravitate towards. I gravitate towards negative intrinsic motivation. But it's literally psychologically renowned to be inefficient, because
it's not insufficient. I'll fucking beat this thing.
Well, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. You know, but it's like I'm gonna burn this fire until you know, I'm gonna keep stacking that wood up until
gonna peel these bananas till my hands bleed.
But it's actually, you know, a direct example of this. Baker Mayfield is an NFL quarterback, who most quarterbacks average height probably be like 6'3" at least. He's 5'11", 6 foot or something. He was undersized.
Short king.
Well, I'm only 6 foot, like, you know, but a walk on
6'4".
Yeah, you're like 6'4".
Absolute Chad, boys. Let's go.
But he was a walk on, which means no one was willing to give him a scholarship or anything. He just had to show up and walk on the field, and like no pay or anything. Like, how college football was huge there. Yeah, so he was like extremely like massive chip on his shoulder, because he, you know, believe me, he played really, really well, earned himself a contract at his college, and then now he's in the NFL. But that same mentality doesn't work anymore, because it's not true. Like, people aren't undervaluing him anymore. They might have once, but they don't do that anymore. For me, as soon as I stop feeling as though the film industry is designed to not let me in, as soon as I'm getting in, things are working for me, that I won't be able to upkeep that.
Yeah, because you don't have like that burning passion to keep you going.
Whereas that positive intrinsic motivation, which is within me as well, because everything you're saying is how I feel as well.
I feel like you'll notice a shift, because I had that as well.
Well, I feel like you were exactly the way I was. Like, I feel like when I was 100% going,
the same.
I remember talking to you last year and going like, "This is a very hateful man," and like now I'm the hateful man. You know?
But I noticed a shift as well, and like, I don't know why it happened. Maybe just fucking start eating.
Well, I noticed the shift in you through like just your stories. You know,
really?
Like, just you showing your garden and shit. I was like very fond of it. I was like, well done, mate. Like,
mate, I'll be gardening. Now.
Well, it's like you're a proper adult, you know, and you have like
boomer moment,
a discipline.
Boomer zoomer.
You have a structure to your life, you know.
Well, their lack of. or I don't know how.
You have a lack of?
Yeah, it's because like I used to feel like I don't know. Actually, no, yeah, definitely structure.
Yeah, well,
I'm
it's
stupid.
Yeah, and allegedly that's like the way to do it, especially for young adults like us. Is like, my structure at the moment, trying to filter into my life, is just, well, I essentially like I literally just, I wake up in the morning, I clean the house, I roll up my swag that I've slept on, I put my stuff together, I get my clothes out for the day, I do a short high intensity interval training workout, and then I eat breakfast, brush my teeth, shower. It's like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. From then, and then I essentially work, on and off a 9 to 5 with working, and it always has to be, I have to spend the majority of that time working towards something career oriented, which doesn't actually, unfortunately, include, or it doesn't always include making short films. Like I can't,
Big F.
as in, so I only spend a couple of hours writing short film stuff, but I spend a lot of time, spend a bit of time studying, which is weird.
Cringe.
And then I want to read before bed, which I haven't been doing lately, but it's all just weird structure stuff. Like, cause I don't have anything to look after. This is my house. I don't have a garden and stuff like that, but essentially having structure to my day allows me to feel as though I'm working towards something, and I am. And essentially, I don't know, I just feel better.
Yeah, no, that's good.
And you looking after something, especially like a garden type thing.
I'll be honest, I don't look after that motherfucker too well. I just
I'll
wake up.
But you've made it. You've made it.
Yeah,
like,
true.
yeah, and
got
like
one succulent vibe. It centers you.
Yeah,
It keeps your head not feeling like you don't have like the weird scribblies in your head to distract you.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things where it's just like you're just ticking boxes,
Yeah.
And if you start ticking boxes, it's actually
chopping wood.
Well,
peeling bananas, mate.
No joke though. Like you're psychologically more likely to, statistically more likely to, do more things in a day.
When you, like,
if
write
you
it
start,
down and shit?
well, that, but also if you just start ticking off boxes, if you my house is messy,
Like
I need to work out today, I need to edit. If you don't clean your house, if you don't do one of those things, like you're probably likely to only do one of those things in a day. The one thing, you're just so stressed, you just tick one off. But if you immediately upon waking up just do one of those 5 things, you are probably very highly you're actually like statistically far more likely to complete all of those tasks in one day.
I got a spinner to throw on your fucking wrench here. A spinner to throw on your works for that one. I started off my day with 2 hours of TikTok.
Really?
Oh god, and YouTube.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't have to be. You don't have to like do something the moment you wake up.
No. My goal is to get the most mundane, useless, trite shit out of the way first. So the older I got, the more I've realized I can't fight like psychology, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a lazy fuck every day, no matter what. Every human's gonna be a lazy fuck.
Yeah.
My way of getting that out of the way is accepting it. I've just noticed, instead of like having that militant approach, like out of spite, like also moment of weakness, I used to, and I was miserable all the time because I was so exhausted fighting my own nature. Now I realize, like, just accept everything, and then it gets out of the way so much faster. So I'm a lazy fuck. So despite working like 14 hours straight most days, or like not 14 hours straight, like let's be real, no one's really doing that consistently, but like I'm usually being semi-productive for like 14 hours a day, either being physical or like careerist or whatever. I get all like my YouTube subscriptions and TikTok need out of the way first thing in the morning, and I eat everything I want to in the morning and take care of the house. That way there's nothing nagging in my mind for the rest of the day. So I have all my tasks set out, and I don't start my day till about 10 a.m. or 12 p.m. 12 p.m. So I can wake up at 6:30 and I spend like the first 4, 5, 6 hours of my day goofing off, fucking around. Then till I go to bed, I'm just chilling, just doing stuff. Yeah. Because as a structure that way, I can feel like no one's doing shit. If you wake up early enough, like 6:30 isn't really that early, but it's like early enough that no one's doing shit from like 6 to 10. People are just getting up and eating breakfast. So you might as well goof off. Like none of your friends are out. No one creative's out doing anything till sunset or nighttime. So you might as well get all the boring shit out of the way, so you don't have to worry about that in the afternoon. And then that way, the rest of your day is totally free to be productive, and then you don't have any distractions because you've already distracted yourself with everything you can.
See, I can 100% see value in that.
Yeah.
I just don't think it'd work for me.
Yeah, no, because I don't think I'm like the normal person. Like I'm an absolute monkey. I have no fucking. I don't know why. I don't get like distracted I do get distracted. I don't know how to say this, but like
You're
I'm a simple man. I'm the older I get, the
you're a
more
one
brain
you're a-
dead boomer I become.
You're a one track.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
I'm literally like all I know is peeling the banana. Me simple monkey.
It's good though, you know, and you're doing it non-aggressively.
Yeah. So and that's another thing. I used to be freaked out about constantly having to just do and like. For context, I post a photo every day on Instagram, and I've nearly hit 3 years. I think my 1000th post is going to be tomorrow.
Okay.
Well, 1000th post, but not in a row. And I've nearly hit 3 years in a row. So you can imagine the stress and anxiety of like keeping myself up to that. And I used to get quite stressed and anxious about like having to keep up, and I'd be like a week ahead, like 10, 20 photos ready.
Yeah.
And I posted last night. I don't have another one. I didn't have another one for the next day, and like. I'm just taking it one step at a time now, which sounds like awful advice, but it's like a lot more freeing to not plan stuff as rigidly, so I can focus the mentality on like actual stuff that needs proper planning, like my legitimate work and music videos. There's a lot more planning that takes now, so I'm not worrying about stuff. I can just be like, no, I got free time, because there's always free time to be productive in the evenings now.
Yeah.
Just go out and do it.
Well, that's like kind of what you're saying. I mean, you're saying a few different things, but like one part about taking it day by day, like that's kind of serendipity.
Yeah.
Like Charles Bukowski, famous poet, literally his quote is "Don't try." Now he writes.
One absolute hard motherfucker.
He writes every day, but his point was like he didn't give a fuck. Like he was just writing every day because he wanted to.
Yeah.
And he was just getting drunk and shit. And then one day it just worked out, and then he was like, "Wow." And like he was never a happy man. Like he's got he's led a horrible life. It's not really his fault. But like. That's kind of what you're saying is like if you just sometimes you just relax. I mean, they said that with dating, you know, you won't find a girlfriend if you're looking for one, you know. But that's a weird note to end it on. But I think we should end it. So this was Offbeat episode 6. Lawson, do you have anything you want to tell our viewers?
Follow me, I guess. That'd be epic.
Follow him on Instagram. I'll put your handles up and shit. And like the bio and stuff. If you made it this far, and I doubt you did, yeah, you get to Lawson's gonna grapefruit for the last 2 seconds.
Oh fuck!
That was the grapefruit.